welcome back to my channel. It's me, Chloe, and today we're going to be doing another Read Aloud video. We're going to be reading Judy, Moody, and Stink, the Big Bad Blackout. Whoa! And it's by Megan McDonald, illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds. Let's get reading. Like and subscribe. This is going to be a long video, guys. There will be 2 parts. Judy, Moody, and Stink, the Big Bad Blackout. And also, Judy, Moody, and Stink, they are brother and sister. Contents. Ooh. Bump, thump, ghost, Judy yelped, bolting awake from a crash on the roof, her heart beating louder than a ticking clock. That sounded like a giant bonnet squirrel landing on the roof. Mouse were all 9 of Santa's reindeer. Mouse covered an ear with one paw. Bump, bump, bump. Eee! What if it is a ghost, and he's blowing up in the attic? Judy held her cat close. Don't be scared, Mouse. I'll protect you. This is Mouse, her kitty. Judy scrambled down from her top bunk and grabbed a crunchy pencil and her Woman of Science ruler, brandishing one in each arm. Hand. She rushed out of the door and bumped headlong into Stink. He waved a lightsaber and yelled, "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" "Hey, Chicken Little, did you hear what I just heard?" Judy asked. "If you mean the giant spaceship that just crash landed on the roof, I heard it." Judy and Stink flew down the stairs, Mouse at their heels. They skidded into the kitchen on sock feet, looking for Mom and Dad. So this is what they look like. Actually, no, you know from the cover. Computer? On TV? On. But no Mom or Dad. Just then, Mom came out of the laundry room, tugging on her rubber boots. "Ghost!" Judy pointed to the attic with her ruler. "Spaceship!" said an out-breath Stink. "Bonnet squirrel, reindeer," Judy spouted. "Alien invasion," Stink hiccuped. "Crash landing," Judy sputtered. "Roof," Stink nodded. "It's the storm," said Mom. "The wind has kicked up like crazy. Dad's outside checking the roof right now." Mom shrugged on her raincoat and grabbed an umbrella. "You kids sit tight. I'm going out to look too." She opened the back door to step out, and a flurry of wet leaves blew in. "Great," said Stink. "Aliens just crash landed right in Fog Neck Lake, Virginia. And we're supposed to sit tight?" Rain, rain, and more rain. Rain drummed on the roof. Rain hammered against the house. Judy watched it run in rivers down the windows. When she turned around, Stink had this ear pressed up to a flashlight. A talking flashlight! Alley-oop charter, Clara Barton Elementary, Crabtree Elementary closed. What did the flashlight say to the second grader? Judy teased. Stink looked up. "I don't know. What?" "It's not a joke, Stink. You're listening to a flashlight?" "Hardy har har. It's a flashlight, but it's also a radio." He jiggled the antenna. "I'm trying to find out if school's canceled." Wind rattled the back door. "It's not a snow day, Stink." "Whoever heard of a rain day?" "It could happen," said Stink. "Yeah, right. And pencils grow on trees." Pencils are made from trees," said Stink. "Oh, right. Franklin Elementary, Hall Elementary closed." Stink crossed his fingers on both hands. "Say Regina Dar Elementary," he shouted at the radio. "It's raining cats and dogs out there," said Mom, coming through the back door. Her umbrella turned inside out. "Any guinea pigs?" Stink asked slyly. Dad's still trying to find out what made that awful noise on the roof. "I couldn't see a thing. Our Lady of Peace School, Plum Creek Middle School closed." And that's the radio talking. Dad came in the back door next, dripping a pond-sized puddle on the floor. So, asked Stink, was it a spaceship or Santa, said Judy. Aliens, reindeer, guinea pigs? Tent, said Dad, shaking water from his hair like a dog. Your Toad Pea Club tent was up on the roof. You mean to say the wind picked up the tent and blew it all the way across the yard? Stink said, waving his arms widely, and then, big, bang, boo. Up on the roof. There's Dad. I gotta say, this book is interesting. And it's funny. Yup, said Dad. Whoa, crash landing. Just like the house in The Wizard of Oz, said Judy. Now we'll have to have our club meetings up on the roof, Stink said with a grin. No, I got the tent down, said Dad, but this is no ordinary storm. Weather reports said winds are over 40 miles per hour, and we've had several inches of rain already. Looks like we might be in for a hurricane. Judy's eyes grew wide. Stink looked up from Dad to Mom. Dad turned up the TV. It's official. What we hoped was just a tropical storm has just been upgraded to hurricane status. The weatherman reported, batten down the hatches, folks. Hurricane Elmer is heading straight for the East Coast. Hurricane! Cried Stink. Shouldn't we be doing something? Boiling water? That's if a baby's coming, Stink. Isn't it, Mom? Then we should be breathing into a paper bag or something. That's for hiccups, said Judy. Stand in a doorway? Earthquakes, Stink. Silver Lake Middle School skip with Academy. Wee One's preschool closed. This just in. Frog Neck Lake. Stink put up the flashlight up to his ear. Public Library, Frog Neck Lake Senior Center. Aw, said Stink. They're never going to say our school. Kids, you better get ready, said Mom. If there is school, you're already going to be late. Frog Neck Lake School District, including Virginia Dare Elementary School, closed. Stink looked at Judy. Judy looked at Stink. No school? Stink asked. No school, said Judy. Woohoo! Judy and Stink high-fived, low-fived, middle-fived, and then they danced around the kitchen. Later that morning, Miss Moody made a quick trip to the grocery store. Miss Moody is their mom. When she came back, Stink stood on tippy-toe, peering into the bags. Did you get marshmallows? I got marshmallows, said Mom. They were out of tuna fish and soup and cereal, but they still had marshmallows. The shelves were almost bare with everybody stocking up for the storm. I guess we'll have to eat marshmallow soup, said Judy. I don't care, said Stink. I could live in a house of marshmallows. Dad carried a giant blue water bottle in from the car. Who lives in a house of marshmallows? He asked. Grandma Lou, Stink yelled. What? Grandma Lou doesn't, Judy started. No, I forgot, said Stink. I was supposed to tell you guys that Grandma Lou called. She's on her way here to stay with us. Good, because Virginia Beach is getting slammed, said Dad. Stink said her power already went out, Judy reported. She had to leave where they were going to evaporate her, said Stink. I think it's execute, said Mom. I'm glad she left when she did. Sorry, guys. If they closed the bridge in high winds, she'd be stuck. Poor Grandma Lou always seems to be in the teeth of the storm, said Dad. And, said Stink, I'm supposed to tell you she's not alone? Mom raised an eyebrow at Dad. Oh, who's she bringing? Dad asked. Somebody named Gert. And Pugsy, and some other names too. I can't remember. Maybe Grandma Lou has an evil twin named Gert, and they were separated at birth. And she's bringing her here, and evil Gert will cast an evil spell on us, Judy said all in one breath. I did not say that all in one breath. Wow! What's this? Dad laughed. I hate to break this to you, but Gert is short for Gertrude. And Gertrude is Grandma Lou's kayak. Grandma Lou has a boat named Gert. Grandma Lou has a boat named Gert? Said Judy. See, right before Grandpa Jack died, he told Grandma Lou, whatever you do, don't be an old Gertrude. So Grandma went out and got herself a kayak to help her stay young. She named it Gert, short for Gertrude. Phew, said Stink. A boat's way better than an evil twin. Dad turned up the TV. Sounds like they think Elmer will hit land later tonight on the outer banks of North Carolina, said Dad. I think this is Grandma Lou's imaginary evil twin on the picture. Outside, the wind howled. Mouse leaped from her perch on top of the fridge to the floor and made a dash for the laundry room. The storm is freaking her out, said Stink. Storms and vacuum cleaners, said Judy. Those make her run and hide in laundry basket under all the clothes. Not the clean clothes, I hope, said Mom. Kids, you'll have to bunk together with Grandma Lou coming. Judy, you can sleep in Stink's room for a few nights. Stink pumped his fist in the air. Yes, yes, yes! No, 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 Judy groaned. No moaning, said Mom. Fine, there's already a ghost in my room anyway. You have a lot to do to get your room picked up before Grandma Lou gets here, Mom pointed out. Ha ha, Stink was pointing out at Judy. School's out and you have to clean your room. Stink, you need to pick up your room too, said Mom. Ha ha, to you, said Judy. I can't pick up my room, said Stink. Why not? Mom asked. It's too heavy, said Stink. He cracked himself up again. Not that kind of pick up. Pick up mean by clean your room, not pick up your entire room. Nobody can do that. Beep, 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 honk. Stink and Judy ran to the front door. The rain made a Morse code of dots and dashes on the pans. What? I don't think I'm saying that right. Wind bent the tree sideways. A yellow mini had pulled into the driveway. A red kayak was strapped to the roof. Grandma Lou's here, said Judy and Stink, holding a newspaper over her head. Grandma Lou made a mad dash for the front door, puddle jumping and splashing all the way. Kiddos! Grandma Lou squeezed them in a big hug. Am I glad to see you? Hey, you're getting us all wet, said Stink. How's your trip, Mom? Dad asked. Crazy, said Grandma Lou. The waves are yay high, and there's flooding in the streets. Everybody's heading inland, so the bridge was bumper-to-bumper traffic all the way. We're glad you're here safe and sound, said Mom. Come on in and dry off. First things first, said Grandma Lou, and reached into her tote bag. Then she pulled out a wet pug and set him on the floor. Who's that? Who's the pug? Is that her dog? Pugsy! Cried Judy and Stink. Oh, that is her pug. Pugsy shook himself off. Kids, keep an eye on Pugs for a minute. Be back in a flash. Grandma Lou dashed through the rain to her car again. Pugsy jumped and bounced and ran through the kids' legs, playing tag. Wonder who else she brought, Mom said, moving aside the curtain to see. Grandma Lou came back with a critter keeper in each hand. This is Milo, she said, holding up one of the crates. 2 black eyes, a pink nose, and a black and white striped face peered out. P.U. Skunk! Yelled Stink, pinching his nose shut. How many pets does she have? It's not a skunk. He's a ferret, said Grandma Lou. And this, she said, holding the other carryall, is candy cane. Snake! Yelled Stink. Everybody backed up. Don't worry, she's friendly, said Grandma Lou. She's a corn snake. A corn snake named Candy Corn? Stink asked. Weird. Candy cane, said Judy. I get it. Because she has red and white stripes. Somebody sure got pranked when they looked in their Christmas stocking, said Stink. Hey, wait. Grandma Lou has 3 pets? I would only own the pug. I wouldn't own the ferret and the snake. No hate. I just have a fear of both. Actually, I've never seen a ferret. I almost forgot it existed. But I'm scared of snakes. Okay. Snake sleeping in your room, right, Grandma Lou? Sure, the snake will make a good foot warmer, Grandma Lou teased. So you brought a zoo, said Dad. Anything else we should know? I know, I'm sorry, said Grandma Lou. I'm pet sitting. My neighbors are waiting out the storm at a shelter that won't take pets, so they asked me to help. I could hardly say no. You got skunked, said Stink. You won't even know they're here, I promise. A snake in the house? Oh no, Mom teased. Judy, take Take Grandma Lou up to your room. You carry Milo's crate, said Grandma Lou. I'll carry the snake. She followed Judy upstairs. This is my bunk bed, said Judy. You can sleep on top or bottom. I'll be rooming with Stink. She made a sour ball face. Sorry about that. You're welcome to bunk with me. That's okay. Judy pointed to her bookshelves. These are my books. You can read them, but if there's a bookmark, don't lose my place. I hate when that happens, said Grandma Lou. I'll clear my desk off for a candy cane, said Judy. But don't let her get too close to my Venice flytrap. Jaws likes to snap. I'll remember that, said Grandma Lou. This is my Band-Aid collection. Why does she have a Band-Aid collection? Oh my god. You can use some, but ask me first. And here's my pizza table collection. Don't let Pugsy chew them like last time. Grandma Lou nodded. I'm sure Pugsy and I will be very comfy. And Milo and candy cane, said Judy. It sure is zooey in here. That afternoon, while Grandma Lou took a nap, Judy and Stink played fetch with Pugsy and Mouse. Wow, a cat plays fetch. How cool. Judy and Stink took Milo for a walk around the downstairs. How do you play with a snake? Stink asked. You don't, said Judy. Rain slashed the windows and thrummed. I don't think I'm saying that right. Whatever. On the roof. The storm is headed straight for Okra Coke. Coke? Said the TV. It could hit land in the next few hours. When Grandma Lou woke up, she helped Judy and Stink write a message in a bottle. It said, come over after the storm in secret code. Judy ran outside and set it free in the storm drain. It should reach Rocky by tomorrow, she told them. All of a sudden, the lights blinked off. On, off, on. What's happening? Thunder rumbled low like a car engine, and lightning cracked the sky. The lights flickered. The lights dimmed. The lights came back on. Stink looked at the ceiling. Grandma Lou, if you're sleeping tonight and you happen to hear a loud crash on the roof, don't be scared. It's probably not aliens. Or reindeer, said Judy. Or a giant bionic squirrel. And it's probably not Bigfoot, said Stink. Just so you know. Or Sasquatch. Or the skunk ape, said Judy. Good to know, said Grandma Lou. It's probably just a regular old ghost, Judy teased. Woo! All of a sudden, the lights went out again. The room turned ink black. The TV fell silent. It felt like the house was under a magic spell. Outside, the wind whooshed like waves pounding the shore. Chimes clanged and rain poured. The scary dark sent chills up Judy's spine. Ooh, blackout! Cried Stink. A big, bad blackout. Wow, and that's the title of the book. I'll get the candles, said Mom. I'll get the flashlights, said Dad. I'll get the marshmallows, said Stink. Outside, the storm flashed and crashed. Pugsy yeeped and yapped. Milo ran in circles around the room. Judy and Grandma Lou felt their way to the front window and peered outside. The whole street is black, said Judy. Looks like the storm knocked out power to the whole neighborhood, said Grandma Lou. Spooky, said Stink. No electricity, no lights, no computer, no TV. That means, wah! I can't play the Mad Muskrat's physics-based castle demolition game. No computer, minigame, or bowling games either, said Judy. But also, no bath, Stink chirped, and no homework. Mom brought candles set in tuna fish cans to the table. We're pioneers, said Stink, like Abe Lincoln in his log cabin. Except instead of coyotes and mountain lions, there are ferrets and candy cane snakes. Mom went to look for more candles. Dad started a fire in the fireplace. Wow, look, this is what their mom looks like. And there's Mouse. And there's Grandma Lou. And there's Judy. And Stink. And Dad. Where's Pugsy? Oh, Pugsy's right here. The house seemed extra snug in the dark. Outside, the wind howled. I'm bored, said Stink. You're not bored, said Judy. You're never bored. I know, but it's dark and nobody's said anything for a while. There are lots of things we can do by candlelight, said Grandma Lou. I could teach you to knit. We could make knitted zombies. A tree limb cracked outside the window. Stink shivered. No thanks, he said. We could play cards. How about canasta? But we only have 3 people, said Judy. I know, said Grandma Lou. Let's play a board game. Cluedo, said Judy. Too scary, said Stink. Scrabble? Too long, said Judy. How about Chinese checkers? You always win, said Stink. Maybe trouble? You always win, said Judy. Let's play sorry. Wow, said Grandma Lou. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. We could be here all night trying to make up our minds. Abe Lincoln played marbles, said Stink. Tell you what, let's play musical board games, Grandma Lou said. Huh? Said Judy and Stink. Musical board games. It's Abe Lincoln approved. You know musical chairs? You each get to pick 2 board games. We'll set up all 4 games around the room. 4 games, said Judy. I'll turn on the music and you start playing one game. When I stop the music, you move to the next game. It goes really fast. That's Kookaberry, said Stink. Kookaberry times 4, said Judy. Let's play, said Stink, bouncing up and down. No, wait, can't. There's no power. How are we going to play music? Grandma Lou dug in her bag. One thing you should know about your old grandma, she never leaves home without... A deck of cards, said Stink. Cough drops? Asked Judy. Batteries. Stink, go get Dad's old CD players, Judy said. Judy and Stink played musical board games till they were out of breath. Pugsy chased after Judy and Stink, and Milo chased after Pugsy. Mouse watched the whole thing. Then they played spit in the ocean and mold made, which Grandma Lou made them call Not So Old Granny. Let's read a book, said Grandma Lou. It's too dark, said Judy and Stink at the same time. Yeah, you should never watch or read when it's dark. It's bad for your eyes, guys. Wow, look, this looks so much fun. Oh my god, they let the ferret free. That's just different, but cool. Jinx! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, said Judy. Excuse me. You owe me a hot chocolate, Stink. Too bad the stove doesn't work in the blackout. Ha ha. Sorry. Oh my god. Grandma Lou rummaged through her bag and pulled out a book. Candlelight Stories. This was your dad's book when he was your age. Coolsville, said Stink. Abe Lincoln didn't have electricity in his log cabin, so he read books by candlelight too. Grandma Lou read a fairy tale about a mouse, a bird, and a talking sausage. While she read, Stink folded origami boats. Mouse toyed with them. When Judy made a hurricane flipbook out of sticky notes, Pugsy tried to chew it. Weird, said Stink. I bet Abe Lincoln did not have a book about a talking sausage. I never knew it would be so much fun without a computer. Or lights, said Judy. Or a TV, or video games, said Stink. Stink got out his markers and made a poster about 9 things to do in a blackout. Dad tried Stink's flashlight radio, but he couldn't get a signal. I'll try the radio in the car. When he came back, he said, sounds like they closed half the streets in town. We may need Gert just to get you to school tomorrow. School? Said Judy. School? Said Stink. Just kidding, said Dad. Actually, they may need the school for a shelter, so it'll probably be a few days. Yippee! Cried Stink and Judy. When it was time for dinner, Dad asked, what should we have? Peanut butter and marshmallow sandwiches? I did manage to get bread, eggs, and baked beans at the store, said Mom. Silver dollar pancakes, said Stink. Don't tell me. Abe Lincoln ate silver dollar pancakes, said Judy. Stink shrugged. No, he did not eat corn cakes with honey and sausages, not the talking kind. Breakfast for dinner, said Grandma Lou. I like it, but I have a better idea. What could be better than having silver dollar pancakes? Stink asked. Ghosts in the hole, said Grandma Lou. Ghosts in the hole? Stink asked in a whisper. You take a piece of bread and cut it in the middle with a cookie cutter. We used to call them toads in the hole, said Dad. We did? We did, and I just happened to have, Grandma Lou rummaged in her bag, a ghost-shaped cookie cutter. See? You cook an egg in the middle. We can do it in a skillet over the fire. Wow, so unique. Ghost toast, said Judy. I like it. Ghost toasties, said Stink. In no time, Grandma Lou had whipped up ghost toast for everybody. Pugsy ate the one she dropped on the floor. My ghost toasty is staring at me with a creepy yellow eye, said Stink. I call it the eye of the storm. He stabbed a fork into the eye of the storm. That just sounds brutal. Yellow stuff oozed all over his plate. Breakfast is better cooked over a fire. Pass the beans, please. He picked up a spoon, dug in, and ate beans right out of the can. Ugh. Stink, you never liked beans before, said Mom. They taste better in a can, said Stink, just like how Abe Lincoln ate them. Stink, Abe Lincoln didn't even have food in a can, did he? Judy asked. Yeah, said Stink. They ate stuff from cans in the Civil War. Some guy even invented the can opener back then. Yes, but did Abe Lincoln eat breakfast for dinner? Said Judy. No matter how great he was, said Stink. I'll bet even Abe Lincoln never ate ghost toasties while he waited out a hurricane. Dinner was over. The Moodys huddled around the fireplace. Orange and blue flames licked the logs, sending spooky shadows dancing across the family room outside. The rain made a steady drum beat on the roof. Is it time yet? Asked Stink. Stink. Is it time yet? Asked Judy. It's time, said Mom. Time for what? Asked Grandma Lou. Time for s'mores, yelled Judy and Stink. Dad got the long forks. Mom got the chocolate and graham crackers. Stink and Judy ripped open the marshmallows. While they toasted marshmallows on sticks over the fire, Grandma Lou said, S'mores go better with stories. Let's each tell a story. You first, Grandma Lou, said Stink, and make it scary, but not too scary. Let's see, said Grandma Lou. Oh, I know. Well, this story isn't scary, but it's about a hurricane. Hurricane story. Cool beans, said Judy. When I was a young girl, a little older than Judy, I lived on a farm, and is this an olden days story? Asked Stink. Like in Abe Lincoln times? Or in LBS like Dad tells? Said Judy. A long, boring story. Thanks a lot, said Dad. Did you have electricity back then? Stink asked Grandma Lou. Because Abe Lincoln didn't. Yes, we had electricity, said Grandma Lou. I'm not quite as old as Abe Lincoln, you know. Anyway, my dad, your great-grandpa, let me raise chickens for my 4-H project. I belonged to the Cluck Club. Black? Stink clucked. Black, black? I had 6 chickens. One of them, Susie Q, was very special. When she was just a 3-day-old chick, I rescued her from the jaws of our barn cat, Daisy. Oopsie daisy, said Judy, and everybody cracked up. Susie Q had blue legs and a black tail feathers. I had to hand feed her because she had a beak. That chicken rope around with me on my bike. She'd hop on my shoulder when I was brushing our horse Sweet Potato, or read with me. I'll never forget the first time she laid an egg. She stood up straight as a statue, raised her head high, and Oopsie Daisy looked as surprised as anyone when out pooped a monster egg. Not just any old white egg, either. A blue egg. Alright guys, so we're not finished with the story yet, but like I said in the beginning of the video, this is only part 1. And as you saw by the title, this is part 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for part 2, where I'll be posting part 2 of reading Judy, Moody, and Stink, The Big Bad Blackout. Like and subscribe. I love you guys so much. Bye everyone.